Hi, welcome back to Brain Injury Recovery Vlog. I'm Jared Payne. On this video, I want to talk about the completed sessions that I did at OutbounderARS. The VR therapy place, I'm going to talk about how that went. For those that are unfamiliar with my channel, I do put out videos focused on my recovery from a brain injury that I had in 2018. This video is sponsored by and part of my ongoing partnership with OutbounderARS. They again have sponsored me to do 10 sessions with them. They have not told me what to say. They want me to give them honest feedback. So I will do that in this video. Nothing in this video is medical advice or recommendation though. For those who are unfamiliar with how the VR therapy looks, I do want to include a short video clip from my last session of me on the machine and also what I see in the VR. I will go and show you a clip of what that looks like now. I did a few standardized things when I started this video, and then I went back and did them again now that I had completed these sessions. I will show you what that looks like. I will say this is my first attempt doing everything. I captured the first try doing that, with the exception of going up and down the stairs. I had the wrong camera angle. This is the first time with the correct camera angle. I'm going to show you how that looks. time at Outbander was very enjoyable. Before my brain injury, one of my favorite things to do was to hike. The VR being out in nature was very exciting for me. It was very enjoyable for me to feel like I was getting out there and experiencing those things that I did not know if I would get an opportunity to experience again. The biggest thing that improved for me in my time at Outbander, which you probably saw from the video, was my balance. I used to do previously a lot more balance exercises than I did during the time that I went to Outbander. I went down from doing balance about 6 days a week to doing balance only 1 or 2 days a week. I did, however, make a change when I work out some days. They have me do squats as a warm-up. I put my feet together and did the squats, and that really challenged my balance too. So I want to mention that I also made that change during this time as well with the squats that I was doing. In my therapy that I did after Outbander was over with, my therapist was very impressed when I slowed down. She was looking at my gait when I slowed down and focused on keeping my arms to my side, focused on walking, doing that at a slower pace, not rushing along. The gait looked a lot better, so that was something that also improved in my time as well. One other thing that improved for me that was random at the time is probably related to the balance improvements that I've been experiencing, was a cord from my antenna that goes to my TV. I moved the antenna around to various locations to pick up the stations that I want to see. Sometimes that cord hangs in the air. When that happens, I usually have to brace myself against the wall and step over the cord. But I attempted to and was able to just step over that unassisted. I did recreate that for the purposes of this video. Let me go and show you what that looks like. As I mentioned earlier, nothing in this video is a recommendation or a medical advice. Before embarking on anything like this, you have to make sure that things work within your budget, also that it makes sense for your medical situation. I will say for me personally, I really enjoyed the experience of going through the rehab that they do at Outbander, doing the trails that they do, the little games at the end of each trail that you do. It was fun for me to go through that process. Outbander does recommend doing more sessions than I did. I only did 10 sessions. They recommend much more than that, so keep that in mind as well. That is all that I wanted to show for this video. Thanks for the time, and I hope you have a good day.